Make sure monetization is on or something. Just to let you know, I am autopilot. Just to let you know, so it's not. Why is only XRP recovering? It looks like XRP and Jasmy coin were actually making some decent moves. Jasmy is also recovering. Yeah, see, if you didn't see my video yesterday, I made a video talking about how I was buying more Jasmy coin. I bought 1 million more, and now I own 3 million Jasmy coin. I felt like that was an opportunity that I didn't want to miss. I know there were others that I could have put more money into. I could have put more money into AVAX, could have put more money into ADA or Atom. There's so many opportunities right now in the market. And if you have any type of funds, which is always tough during downtimes in the market, there's a lot of people that don't have funds, even me, right? Any time that I make any type of gains or I have any extra revenue, I typically will just put it directly into the markets, whether it's the crypto market or the stock market, my long-term account, my short-term account. I want my money to work for me. So when it comes to these times in the market where things are down, I don't necessarily have all the time in the world in order to do it, you know? I cannot see this chat. Been buying more Jasmy, Chronos, Solana, XRP. Yeah, I mean, if the opportunity is there, you might as well do it. Guys, if you could hit the like button, please do so. We got 24 people that are here. Let me know if you can hear me well, because I got the mic on my chest, but I don't know how it's doing with like sound dampening and whatnot. $1.40 is okay, but far from good. Yeah, I don't. Let's get back to $2 before we have fade. Yeah, I agree with you. It's just good to see that, you know, we have a little bit of life here, that it's not all downhill. You know what I mean? Oh, you're saying you have 3 million, or you're talking about my 3 million? But yeah, I would love to see it grow to a level of, you know, $2, $3, $4. Obviously get to the levels that we wanted to or needed it to. I think the market is in a tough spot right now because there are so many opportunities. There are so many people that that believed the market was 100% going to, altcoin season was going to happen. So people are sitting on their hands. You have some liquidations that go through, then people get fearful, and then once they get fearful, you see a liquidation train, and you see that start to really come down. So it really does suck. I can hear you. Only the video is low quality, but I can hear you. Well, yeah, I'm on the road, so I wouldn't expect it to be the highest quality. But hopefully, after a while, it can refresh to have a little bit better quality. Because it shows as good quality, and it doesn't say that there's any restrictions right now. This microphone thing is getting in the way. Maybe I could switch it around. If I switch it around, maybe you guys can you can hear me a little bit better, and then I can move it so that you can see me a little bit better. I feel like I'm all the way back here. What do you think of Flare's futures and their partnership with Ripple? So I've heard about the partnership with Ripple and pieces of that. I think anything that's partnered in a way, I'm going to say partnered in a way, with Ripple, I think will have some major success. I don't know about Flare's futures specifically. I like Flare. I don't have Flare. I've heard of people that have already had success with Flare. Well, I guess not recently because of how the markets have come back. But I think there's some promise there for sure. I just don't have a chance to look at it, obviously. This is the opportunity for us to become wealthy, and I think there might be more bleeding. Yeah, I was saying this in a video that is still uploading. That's why I decided to go live. I was saying this, that it's not a guarantee that just because things are starting to recover or flatten out, that things won't continue to slide, right? Because it all depends on, the way that I see it now, it all depends on what people think is going to happen. When the masses think that one thing is going to happen, the exact opposite happens. Because if you think that altcoin season is going to happen, everybody's telling you that altcoin season is going to happen, people sit on their hands and they don't do anything. But then you see some outflows of ETFs and Bitcoin starts to slide. And when Bitcoin starts to slide, people start to get fearful that their position is going to slide. So then they end up getting out of the position, creating some more fear in the market, which then hits a liquidation point, and then it creates more fear and more negativity. And that's kind of how we get into all of what we got into. But it doesn't mean that the lowest price for XRP is $1.24, I think it was. It doesn't mean that that's the lowest price. We can see it back down to 50 cents. And if we do, I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of people that are like, this is my chance. This is my opportunity. And I really do think that it is an opportunity to buy. The problem with people right now is they're always saying the same thing. What if it goes lower? I wanna spend less money and get more coins, or I want to spend the same amount of money and get more coins. Like, that's what they want. But greed, historically, greed will kill you. Greed will kill your investment. You won't be able to make whatever investment you want to make because you wanted to get in at a lower price. I did it plenty of times where I was like, I regret not buying into Facebook when it was Facebook and it was at like $1.30. I wanted it to go down to sub $1.30, and in 2020 it didn't. It just skyrocketed off of the back of the pandemic, and I missed an opportunity, huge opportunity. Buy Tesla? What, like the stock? What's the stock doing? I haven't. One thing that I'm upset about with this market here is the fact that what I typically do is I'll take a lot of the money that I gain from various sources and I will put the tax money aside into like my dividend account or a short-term account that I can access it right away. And then what I've been doing for the past couple of years is anything for the short-term gains that I would get in crypto or the stock market, I would then take those gains and I would pay taxes with those. And it was working because then I can keep that consistent gain while being able to see this, technically it was a long-term capital gains tax in those, but I'm taking the profit shorter term than what I wanted. But now this year is the first year that I cannot do that. So now I have to dig into my dividend account and pull that money out of there for taxes and then pay taxes. Because I don't want to pull it from this, which has a lot more room for growth. I wanted to pull it from the place that I already took profit from. Does that make sense? So it just sucks having to do that. I hate when my account is sitting at, my dividend account is getting closer and closer to 200,000, and then now I have to take out like 70 or 80,000 of it and put it and pay taxes with it. Is that a Tesla? Yeah, it's a Tesla. That's why I'm able to easily, do autopilot and communicate with you guys. I wouldn't feel safe doing this in just a regular car. Just because I've had experience with her. I've gone an entire trip without touching the steering wheel at all. And that's what I love about it. But I've also been in situations where I had to physically touch the steering wheel because there's like road work or something going on. So, yeah. I don't know. I've driven a regular regular car, the last car that I had, well, the last car that I had was actually a Model 3. But then before that, I had a Kia. And I would drive that and try and live stream, and it wasn't a good situation. You can't really pay attention to the chat. You just talk and nothing's happening. But here you can actually pay attention to the chat. So people are investing in gold in recent months. Yeah, and I think the trend of people investing or FOMOing into gold will actually start to wear off. I think you're gonna, either way, you're gonna have growth in gold, right? You're gonna have growth in gold and silver. But many people will flock to whatever is working. I gotta be careful with this because sometimes Tesla doesn't know exactly where we're going with Philly, like highways and stuff. They tend to break off in weird spots, and you have to make sure that they're in the right spot. I've had situations where it didn't tell me that I had an exit or a fork or anything, and yeah, just like that person made a mistake. But yeah, I think people are flocking into gold and silver, and that's the thing, is that if you are getting the aftermath of it, where people are like, oh, silver's up this much or gold's up this much, you're most likely late to the party and not going to experience the same gains as them. So why chase it? Chasing something, and yes, you know that you're going to have success in the long term, you're just not going to experience the gains that they experience. Does that make sense? How much of an impact will SoftBank have on Jasmy? What's the information with SoftBank? Let me know what's happening there. Because if it is significant, it could have a significant impact. Guys, we have 53 people that are here, 55 people that are here. If you can hit the like button, get me up to about 25 likes, that would be amazing. I would appreciate it. I'm invested in Jasmy, but one meme coin that has a solid community and showed it says Clash by Crypto R Us. I don't know what that is. How can you follow the creator and follow the project closely? So I'm not going to. I don't even know what it is. So I don't even have the chance to check it right now because of how I'm online. Thank you for hitting the like button. We're up to about 17 likes right now. We can get up to 25. I'm grateful for whatever likes I get, but you know, help me out. But yeah, let me know what's going on with SoftBank. I have no idea. Just to let you know, for safekeeping, I don't typically, well, I mean, I've done it in the past, but I'm going to go, my wife just got a 2023 Rivian, and that has the old J1772 charger port, and obviously CCS charger, so for fast charging it also has that. But she bought that car and kind of doesn't have a way to charge it because we don't have an adapter. So I ordered an adapter, but it's not going to get here until Monday, and her car is at 49%. So I'm actually going to Philly right now because for some reason the only available adapters on Facebook Marketplace is in Philly. So I'm going to go pick this up just for, just so that you know, in case this ends up being a situation. Dude, you're a shadow banned. I hardly get recommended your videos, and I've been a viewer for years. Yeah, I think it's more of an issue of like what YouTube tends to do, and I'm not going to say that I'm shadow banned, right? Shadow banned is not. Sometimes that becomes a thing, but I don't think that's the case. What it is the fact that I haven't been as consistent as I was. So when you have consistency, the people that are watching your channel, will always get recommended it, right? Because they're always watching it. However, if I take a couple of days off or make one video in a day that's not really to your liking or something, and you don't click on that, YouTube will find out what you are clicking on, and then they will recommend that over my content. So it's not that I'm shadow banned, it's just that I haven't been as consistent, and also the markets haven't been the greatest thing in the world. So I wouldn't say I'm shadow banned. I know that I have a low view count at some cases. Some instances I'll have like 5,000 to 10,000 views, but most cases my videos now are getting like 1,000 or 2,000 views, which is not it's not ridiculous. I mean, I'm okay with it. I understand why. Stop slowing down. Why is it slowing down? Oh, there's a cop here. But I'm not touching the steering wheel. You wanna pull me over, man? Maybe you will. I don't know. But yeah, I think when it comes to views, I know my view count is low. I would like to be a lot more consistent, but I've been spending a lot of time. It's basketball and swimming season, so I've been spending a ton of time with Harper and Hayden on their basketball and swimming. Harper's been doing a great job. Our team that I'm coaching is 3-2. We won 3 games. We lost 2 games. The last game that we played, they played as a team. But Harper also plays for another 3rd grade team that I was upset with the play yesterday. They had a game yesterday, and she was dribbling like she doesn't know how to dribble, bouncing the ball off of her shoes, dribbling like, you know, she was just like didn't care. And I was just like, what are you doing? You act like we don't practice dribbling every single day. Like, you can dribble. She had a girl that was guarding her that could not move laterally, and I was like, you can get past me. If you can get past me, how in the world can't you get past her? They kept putting the smallest girl on her because Harper is small, but she knows how to play the game of basketball. So a lot of times they quickly change. So they're like, oh, we put the smallest girl on her, she's not good. And then they're like, oh wait, she is. Let's change and let's put somebody else on her. And that's usually how that goes. But yesterday, they kept the same girl on her, and I was like, you gave up, you know, a huge opportunity to score a bunch of points. Now, she didn't need to score. She was passing the ball well at times, and the team was working well. So I was happy with that. Let's see. Okay, Matt, I'm investing in XRP. You're right. You're in a good position with Jasmy. Easy soon. Wait, it's at 54, or you mean 5.4 cents? That's what you're saying it's going to get to, so 10x. Yeah, I mean, I think Jasmy coin is a fantastic position. I think XRP for sure is as well, because of the utility and how far it's going to go, how much that's going to be worth in the future. I think it's going to be worth trillions of dollars. And people may doubt me, but that's fine, right? It's never going to change my mindset of how I feel about cryptocurrency, about this cryptocurrency. But yeah, Jasmy coin is a phenomenal position that I think people are clearly sleeping on. Yes, they don't have a lot of information, a lot of news, a lot of things that are going out, any type of major conversations. A lot of the word of mouth comes from Jasmy coin investors. But what's crazy is, which is, it's kind of ties in a way, but it just also grinds my gears a little bit. People on YouTube, I've been talking about Jasmy coin for a long time, right? But once Jasmy coin started to explode from 40% of a penny up to 1 cent, then 2 cents, many people on YouTube all of a sudden started to say, I've been in Jasmy coin for years. I love Jasmy coin. I'm a Jasmy mill, all this other stuff. And I was just like, I understand you're following the hype train, but don't lie and say that you were in Jasmy coin for years. You've never invested in the Jasmy coin. You just displayed how you just bought your first, coins of Jasmy, and then now that Jasmy is down again to low levels, we don't hear anything from you. You bought your Jasmy coin, and for you, it was kind of a mistake until Jasmy coin starts to run again, and now everybody's talking about it again. That's just how YouTube works. It's just funny because like how long I've been talking about this, and other people, right? There's some other people that also feel the same way. But Jasmy is going to be a phenomenal position. That's why I have more than 1 million. I have 2 million now, or 3 million now, and I have 100,000 earmarked for the ultra long term to forever, and then I have 3 million that I could play with if I wanted to. I'm hype about that. I love your videos. Love how you kept it very positive. God bless you. Well, thank you for saying that. Right? You have to look at it with a positive light. Right? If you believe in something, you can't sit here and let everybody talk you out of it. You know, there will be so many people that will tell you you can't do things in life. I tell this to my children all the time. There will be tons of people that tell you you cannot do something. And the more that you hear it, the more that you want to tell yourself you can't do that. But in reality, the impossible can easily become possible. You know, records get broken. Scientific studies get proven wrong. Like there are things where people will say this is banned because this is what it does to your body. Well, we've done a bunch of studies. It doesn't do that to your body, right? Yes, it is science. Yes, it is like you're going through and you're doing your research. You believe what you believe. If I'm investing into a cryptocurrency, I've done my research. So anybody else that comes here and says, you know, zero about something, or this is going to zero, or it's going to be worth whatever, you can say whatever the hell you want. I'm going to be positive about what I believed in because I put my own money in there because of me, not because of anybody else, because of me. And I hope that you guys do the same. Analysts know Jasmy may benefit because Yoshida's leadership overlap and Jasmy's data-owned blockchain model. Good morning, brother. Good morning to you as well. Gotta pay attention to the road. Pay attention. That's what it's telling me. Good thing is with Tesla now that they have the cameras on the inside, like you don't necessarily have to keep like adding pressure to the steering wheel. Sometimes they do, where they'll say, like if you're looking at your phone for too long, sometimes they'll say, you know, hey, put your hands on the steering wheel. But most times they're not saying that. They're just saying pay attention. In a natural, I can't even see what's happening here. So is this in relation to SoftBank? Jasmy built the... I'm trying, man. I'm trying to read something here. Stop telling me. You got it. You got cameras. Pay attention. But that's interesting. I'll have to look into it because I can't read all that. It has to be like short messages if I am going to read something. It takes me a while to even start to see it, and then I have to start reading it. What do you think about Lord Nuclear Beam? I don't know what that is. I know what Beam Crypto is, and I have that, and I thought that was going to be, and I still think that's going to be a good gaming cryptocurrency. It's just altcoins haven't experienced any type of major. And when I say altcoins, I'm going to start to exclude some of these top cryptocurrencies. You know, I'm going to start to exclude a Bitcoin, right? Because Bitcoin's not an altcoin. Ethereum, XRP, BNB, Solana, right? I'm going to start to exclude all of those because those have experienced major increases, price increases, market cap increases. I'm going to start to exclude those things. But yeah, I think with everything else that you look in the market, ADA, Chainlink, I'm trying to think of different ones, AVAX, Atom, many others, right? They haven't experienced the level of growth that we've seen with a lot of these top cryptos that are there. There's a large drop off from like BNB or Solana to the next one in line, right? The large drop off. Keep keep on buying XRP. I mean, I have a good amount of XRP. If XRP comes down below $1, then I'll start to entertain that. I don't expect it to, but if it does, I'll definitely entertain it, because my cost basis for XRP is at $1.22. So if it comes below $1, I will have the ability to lower my cost basis, hopefully, as I continue to grab more below $1. I'm not afraid of it at $1. I'm not afraid of it getting back to 50 cents. I'm not, right? I understand how people will and people are, but I'm not. And I have patience. Yes, it does suck, because you want to be able to benefit from the highest points, but seeing the highest point as not even reaching the all-time high, that's something that I don't believe is the highest point, you know? Because at $3.65, I would have sold something or anything at $3.65, and then maybe as I saw it at $2, I would have thought that was the lowest point, and I would have bought back in, which wouldn't have been horrible, but it would have taken away from what the actual lowest point is, which is $1.24. You know? So timing the market tends to get tricky. Very tricky. You start to feed off of short-term gains rather than feeding off of those long-term gains, or trying to gather the long-term gains. XRP to the moon, absolutely. What's your take on Pepe and WITH? So my take on meme coins are kind of the same, but top meme coins like that, I look at them and understand that they have a lot of opportunity to grow and a lot of FOMO left in them, a lot of money that can flow into them. For something like a Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, Pepe, Dog with Hat, I'm guessing like Fartcoin and all these other meme coins that are like worth almost, if not more than $1 billion. They have a lot of opportunity for growth. You getting over? Get over. Go. Self-driving is letting you over. So go. This is going to be tough because people tend to cut you off very quickly. And if Tesla can keep up with this, it's going to be interesting. But yeah, I like Pepe. I have Pepe. I don't have a lot of it. I don't know what price it is at. Is it below? What price is Pepe at? It's still worth more than $1 billion, right? Because I feel like I made a mistake for not buying Pepe when it was worth like 300 million. And I'm a little upset with myself about that. Because I bought some. I think I bought like $400 worth or something. But I should have bought like thousands of dollars worth as it had the chance to grow. And it's 5 zeros. Yeah, but what's the market cap? Y'all should be moving to Pepe on SUI. I think y'all should be investing into SUI itself. SUI, I think it's at like $1. A huge fan of SUI. Just recently, I've been getting more and more into it, buying more and more of it. Do you think it will drop 2 zeros this year? I mean, do I think it will drop 2 zeros? Like give you the opportunity to buy 2 zeros lower? I don't know about that. Basically, you're saying like where it stands. If it's at $1 billion market cap, it's at 1.5 billion. If it drops 2 zeros, no. So I don't think it'll drop 2 zeros. Dropping to a $500 million market cap, or if it drops 1 zero, it would be at the same price 1 zero later. I'm pretty sure you would be at a 1.5 or $153 million market cap. So I don't expect it to drop 2 zeros, which would get it to tens of millions of dollars. No, it's a top meme coin right now, and it's going to be an OG meme coin, even though it wasn't part of the meme coin hype in the first bull market of meme coins with Dogecoin and Shiba Inu, but it's still going to go down as like an OG, honestly. So no, I don't think it's going to drop 2 zeros. But I think you could see it drop 1, but maybe not go down to, like, say if it's at 5 zeros 3.7 or something, it's not going to go down to 6 zeros 3.7, which would take a zero away from the market cap at the same level. But it might go to 3 zeros 7 or 3 zeros 9 or something, like right at that level of taking away that next zero. But meme coins, if I give you my opinion on meme coins, meme coins are for one thing and one thing only, and that's to make money. That's what meme coins have always been about. So as you have certain prices that they would hit, right? Certain things that they would say, it's going to hit this price, like say Dogecoin to $1. Dogecoin to $1 is implying that Dogecoin, its highest point is going to get to $1, meaning that when it gets close or to that dollar level, what happens? People sell off, because meme coins are all about making money. It's not about utilizing it in the future. It's not about holding on to it forever because it's going to be worth a crazy amount. It's a meme coin. It's going to be worth what people are pushing as that peak point. Dogecoin to $1. Well, when it gets to $1, it's going to sell off. When it gets close to $1, like it did before, it's going to sell off. Sorry, they're merging right now. I want to make sure they merge the right way. It's not Tesla I'm worried about. It's everybody else. You say y'all bought this guy a Tesla while was driving Corolla to work. You don't understand. So majority of my income comes from investing. Majority of my income comes from the investing side of it, as well as the commissions from that investment side of it. So yeah, majority of that comes from there. It's not from just like the YouTube videos, especially now. The last year, my YouTube revenue has been very low. Very, very low. Which I would like to pick it back up, because I want to, not only about the revenue, but also about the amount of reach and conversations. I love those conversations. That's what I live for, is be able to. Why is it on high? I don't want that. It's hot in here, dog. Sorry, bro, you lost all your gains. I mean, I didn't, but lost a lot of the gains that were there for XRP, Jasmy Coin, AVAX, for everything that I own, for sure. But you don't lose until you actually sell. And the crypto market, as I see altcoin season happen, it's going to be worth a lot more than where it stands. I have the patience to hold on to it. I have the patience to hold on to this for, honestly, multiple years, if not a decade, if I need to. But that's what you need to give yourself the freedom to do, is be able to be patient in the markets, because the impatient that are in the markets will end up getting squashed, right? You'll end up selling because you get fearful. It looks like I'm 2 minutes away from my destination. Give me a second. Let me see if I can. All right, I'm probably gonna have to take control because I have to know where I'm going and where I can park. Don't know if I should take y'all with me because I still have to go back now. But yeah, I didn't lose all my gains. I lost all my unrealized gains, for sure. Not upset about it though. It would be great to always see the problem that you deal with is the fact that when you, oh shoot, you know what, I'll stop. I gotta make sure I know where I'm going. What was I saying? I don't remember what I was saying. I work from home with a Telluride. Some people can't help themselves from hating. I mean, yeah, that's how that always goes. People hate on you when you have any type of success, which is cool, right? I'm not gonna, if they want to feel the way that they feel, that's how they live their life. I mean, I would hope that they could change it somehow. But, you know, that's the way people are. Turn here? I'll turn here. All right. Gotta make sure that I'm going the right way. I think I'm going the right way. I don't know where to go. I'm sorry. My bad. Could have parked over there, I think. Yeah, made the wrong turn. Now I don't know where I'm going. Oh, now I have to go all the way around. Never mind, 8 minutes away. Maybe I should just let self-driving just do it. Now I have to go all the way around in order to do this. That's crazy. That's wild. Sorry, I'm trying to figure this out. Gotta turn right here. You gonna be able to squeeze by? Self-driving has confidence. So I wouldn't have had confidence there. I would have waited. They were like, nah, bro. Please open your eyes while driving. My eyes are open. My eyes not open? Alright, so I'm gonna be not live for like, I don't know, maybe like 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, something like that. And I gotta find where this guy is. I think you're gonna pick the better spot. And now it's seemingly I have to get back on the highway to go back the way that I went. This is weird. I gotta take this off though. Facebook Marketplace meetups. Yes. That's the only place that I can get one of these adapters. I have 2 adapters coming in the mail, but they're not supposed to get here until Monday. So I need this adapter, which is technically only for like home chargers and won't be able to use it on fast chargers. But Erica was like, the lesson we learned is that we should have just bought a brand new Rivian. And I was like, they're $120,000. Well, the one that she wanted was $120,000. Like, if we get a 2023 model, we pay half the price. That's exactly what we did. The only difference really in the car, does it not know where to go? The only difference in the car is the fact that you have a different charging port. It's the only one. Come on, Matt, 120? That's a lot. What are you talking about? Come on, Matt, 120. But then she was like, you paid 120 for your car. Why can't you pay 120 for mine? And I was like, technically I didn't, right? I traded in my other car, but she traded in her car. But now it's like, you know, not in today's market, it's not nothing. All my money goes into like actually investing. He said he's in the South Tower. What in the world? Why are they taking me in here? This is the East Tower. How do I get to the South Tower? Can you write a new one off? Only if I was using it in a video. And I have to heavily use it in a video. It's weird, but I could have. Where's the South Tower? Ah, South Tower's right there. South Tower is going to be a right turn. All right, give me a second. I gotta take this off. South Tower's that way? All right, now I'm confused. This is the West Tower. What in the freaking world? Don't tell me. No, I'm not going that way. Maybe I should. I don't know. Figure out where the South Tower is. Because that's the West Tower loading area, which means that that's the West Tower. Where the hell's the South Tower? Come on, dog. And that's the South Tower loading area. All right, let me message this guy and let him know that I'm in the South Tower loading area. I don't know where that is. Give me a second. All right, give me a second, guys. I don't know if you can hear me, but give me a second. I'm gonna leave you in here. Watch the car. Can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. I'm gonna hold it like I'm a TikTok influencer, you know? Listen here, I got the best food review in Philadelphia for you guys. I don't know where to go because I've only been here probably 14 or 15 times. You can hear me? Loud and clear. Too loud. Should be farther away. Sir, ma'am, person. All right, so hopefully that works. Because if not, then I have to find another way for Erica to charge her car. I was telling her, I was like, you know, there's public chargers that you can go and put your car in or have your car at. And she was like, I would have to stay there for hours. And I was like, most of them only allow you to do like 2 hours worth of charging. But yeah, she could sit there. I was like, you can go to the grocery store and just charge your car while you're getting groceries. And she was like, I'm not going to be in the grocery store for 2 hours. Sometimes we are. So, yeah. Before we start going, let me look at the market and see where the market is and how it's been kind of. All right, so XRP is recovering. I don't know if this is on. Can you hear me? Can you hear me a lot better? Let me know if the sound is even better, because apparently this DJI mic or receiver wasn't on the entire time. You can hear me a lot better. So this receiver wasn't on the entire time. Should I just use self-driving? Like, I'm gonna put in my home address and just do start self-driving. I haven't done this in a while. All right, now off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. Say hi. Hello. How you doing, Funda? They got a dog park here, and those dogs, yo, you're going over speed bumps like you're a speed racer, bro. What are you doing? What is this? I was like, are you gonna slow down just a bit? No, they had a dog park over there, and all those dogs were adorable. They were just running around, barking at each other. You better slow down at this speed. There we go. This is a problem. I don't know if I should name my self-driving. Oh, there's so much traffic. Gotta love bigger cities. Like, I don't live in the city, but if you go in the city of Reading, it's not that bad, right? You don't have what seems like every intersection have so many lines that a self-driving car will just get insanely confused. But like I was saying, the market is at a not a fantastic spot. XRP is looking great today. Oh, I had to take over. Guy was letting me go, so I had to take over. Can I not go straight here? I feel like I don't even have a lane. The snow is taking over and I don't even have a lane. So I have to get over in that lane. This is where Tesla would fail. I'm in Philly right now. Benjamin Franklin Parkway. That's where I am. I don't live in Philly, nowhere near here. I live like an hour away. But I had to go and get a Tesla charger. Or adapter, not a Tesla charger adapter. A Tesla to J1772 charge port. So this should charge Erica's car. Should. It should. Doesn't mean that it will. Because, you know, you always run into flaws. Jesus. There we go. Now get back on track. Get back on track. Turkey? I'm paying attention. I wasn't. That's what my daughter would say. She would lie right to my face. Tesla's like, you lying. You lying, bro. You lying. You know, I've never seen the Rocky statue. I've been here like 15 times. Maybe more. Probably a lot more, actually. Because I've been to a ton of Sixers games and comedians that are out here. And I've been here a lot. But I've never been... I don't eat out here much. We never eat out here. It's always like we go and we enjoy whatever event it is. Oh, man. Guy's car is messed up. We go and enjoy whatever event it is. I would love to just take a picture of it. It took a video. I tried to take a picture and it took a video. Hands on the wheel. It's a Tesla. If I have my hands on the wheel, it's just going to pull me the opposite way. Give me control. I can also actually take control if I wanted to. Like if I feel like something's happening, I don't have to remove... Jesus Christ. Remove the snow from places. I don't have to like remove autopilot. I can just pull it whichever way I want to pull it. So if something's happening, I can easily take it off of autopilot by moving the steering wheel in an aggressive manner. Oh, needed to do that. Autopilot was just going to let them go. And I was like, there's no space behind them. Why would you do that? You're going to be standing here, sitting here for how long? You know what's crazy? We were at the, and I know this isn't like crypto related. We can talk about crypto. We have an hour and 9-minute ride. While we were test driving the Rivian to see if Erica liked it, they were like, all right, well, I like to go on this road because there's nobody on here so that you can see the 0 to 60 and the acceleration. And he was like, press down on the gas as hard as you can, or press down on the accelerator as hard as you can. And she pressed down on it, and we took off. And I was just like, and he was like, isn't that crazy? That's something that you've never felt before. And I was like, all right, okay. Because Model 3 and a Model S are just insane on the acceleration. I was like, yeah, sure. It definitely has, every electric vehicle has pickup on it. Like pickup like you wouldn't believe. But like if you haven't driven one, it's insane. Like your head goes back for 15%. If I put my foot down 15%, it feels like it's absolutely taking off. If I put my foot down half, it's ridiculous for a lot of people. And then fully put my foot down, it feels like a roller coaster. you know? A fun city to visit. I ran into Jonas, who's that? Valkunis? Who's that? At a bar. On the top of Comcast Tower a few years ago. I see a 76ers versus Pelican game. Oh, that's interesting. I can't say I haven't really met many like celebrities or seen celebrities like in like real life, you know what I mean? Even though they have their own lives, you're not going to see anybody that would get mobbed, right? Like a Taylor Swift or something. But I thought I've seen people. Like I saw Corey from The Challenge at Disneyland, and I didn't say anything to him. I just saw him walk by, and I was like, Erica, that's Corey. And she was like, oh shit. So that was cool to be able to see him. Would have loved to have talked to him and seen him or asked him, things about the challenge and stuff. But that was a great show. I saw concerts and had meet and greets with Dane Cook and some other people. Jonas stands out. He's like 7 feet tall or 7 foot. I don't even know who that is. Handsome? Where are you broadcasting from? The studios of Philadelphia. I'm driving from Philly back home, and I'm in my car. That's where I'm broadcasting from. But yeah, I haven't met many. I would love to meet, celebrities and whatnot. But I haven't. And even if I do, I'm not like a person that really goes, oh, there's that person, let me go over there and just ask for an autograph or whatever. No, I'm trying to keep it cool, calm, and collective. But it is great if they influence my life in any way to be able to tell them that that's the case. Whether they take it as a respectful thing to do or disrespect, it doesn't really matter. Just makes sense to be able to tell someone who did impact your life that they did impact your life. You know what I mean? So when I had like people come up to me and was like, I didn't know you live like this close to where I live, right? And the fact that they were kind of starstruck to see me, I was like, there's no reason to be starstruck at all. I guess it just means a lot if they have had an impact on your life. So that's what I took it as. Somebody that would come out and say that I've had an impact in some way. Which one do you believe in more, Jasmy or Hbar? That's a silly question. It's Jasmy. I like Hbar. I don't have a crazy amount of Hbar. I also don't have a crazy amount of Jasmy, but I have more invested into Jasmy, time, effort, money invested into Jasmy than I do in Hbar. I've been getting into Hbar more recently than anything. I had Hbar for a while, but it wasn't a lot of it. And then I started gathering more and more, and I probably will gather more. I don't know what their price is right now, but it's probably not a bad option to throw another $1,000 in on Hbar. Quant, dude, sleeper. I agree with you. I think I don't know where Quant is. What's the price for Quant right now? My price that I wanted to get it at was $43. So if it's below $43, that might be an opportunity to now finally jump into Quant. But again, it's tax season, and I need to keep that money for taxes. 65. That's not bad. It's not where I wanted it, but it's also not bad at all. He was a center for the Pelicans at the time. I think he's on the Nuggets now. Why does that, the last name doesn't ring a bell, but the first name does. It's pronounced Jonas or Jonas. But I don't know. I'm a huge basketball fan, so I don't know. It's gonna disappoint me if I think about it too much. What's the temp there? Here in Cali, it's 67. So, no, it's not 67. Right now, it says outside the car, it is 29 degrees. It's cold. I need a cough drop. I'm still dealing with a cold right now. XRP or Jasmy is the $1 million question. So I think Jasmy has a lot of opportunity for growth and has a lot of unknown, which makes it very, very exciting. XRP has that unknown, but also has more of a smoother path forward. So if you were looking for something that's kind of going to be a player in the game, like 100% for the future, XRP would be that, right? And the growth will be phenomenal because of it. Now, the growth is also unknown because depending on the things that how you do implement it, how you do use it, that will tell you whether you're going to see some of these higher prices and higher consistent prices versus high inconsistent prices and lower consistent prices. So whether you're going to see $100 or whether you're going to see $20 to $50, right? So I would say XRP is probably the safer bet. Jasmy coin has a lot of unknowns that are going for it, which means that you're going to see success, but you're banking on major success, right? We're talking about from where we are right now is a 200x from where we are. So if you own $10,000, right, if you own $10,000 worth of Jasmy coin, or you own a million Jasmy coin at this point, I'd say 2 million to get you to $10,000, right? You owned a million. When it gets to that 200x or $1, you will have $2 million with that 2 million Jasmy coin. You will grow something that was worth $10,000 to $2 million. That is the upside of that. And it could be even further. You need a coat. I don't. I'm not really going outside at all. I went from my house to my car, which was already warm, and I went from my car to meet this guy, which he was right there. Then I got back in the car, and it's warm, so I don't need a coat. If I was staying outside for a longer period of time, absolutely. Sixers fans can't get enough of watching VJ. Edgecombe? I mean, he's doing pretty good. He's doing pretty good. I had faith in him. The way that what is his damn name? On the Jazz, he didn't want to go to the Jazz. Ace Bailey. The way Ace Bailey was acting during the draft process and everything. And VJ was talking about how he lived off of a generator and couldn't eat and all this stuff. And those are people that are grateful for what they get. People that are given it, it's tough, right? And he talks about it. I like his personality. I like how he is. But I also like Cooper Flagg, which is kind of the complete opposite because he was definitely given the path forward. But keep an eye out for, if you're a basketball fan, get into WNBA, and keep an eye out for the fact that Harper is going to be the best player in the WNBA one day. The best player. I hope she's tall. I hope she's tall. I don't know. I really don't know. I got the True Height gummies and the True Height shakes and all that stuff. But you know, with me being 6'3", my wife being 5'4", if Erica was, you know, 5'7" or something like that, then I wouldn't be concerned at all, and I would know that she's going to be tall. But there's always a chance with a girl that, from what projections they gave, they said that she's supposed to be anywhere from 5'8" to 6'2". So that's what projections they gave. But it's tough because right now she's like the shortest on the basketball team. She is the shortest on the basketball team. She's the youngest on the basketball team. Her birthday is at the end of the school year, so you can't really tell or compare to other girls that have their birthday, you know, in the beginning of the school year. So it's tough whether she's going to be tall or not. I feel like if you're going to be tall, you would have already been tall. You know what I mean? That's what Erica was saying. And if you were going to be tall for a girl, you would already be there. So, I don't know. I have faith that she's going to be more higher or taller than Erica, though. For sure. Gotta relax, buddy. Yeah, Bailey was creepy Simmons vibes. I don't think Simmons was doing what Bailey was doing. Bailey was like, I'm not even gonna go. I'm not gonna show up if I get drafted to Utah, like that type of stuff. Well, that cop was there when I was going that way. That's good. That means he hasn't pulled anybody over. But yeah, the markets, if I was thinking about where the markets are, XRP is one of the only things that's actually running. I think it's up by like 8%. Also Jasmy coin is one of those that's running, and that's up by like 5% or so. But it's nowhere near a full recovery. Like you would expect to see a full recovery. It's nowhere near a full recovery. I would love to see a lot more growth, a lot more excitement, a lot more FOMO into it. Oh shoot. So I know we got about an hour left into this ride, and I would love to continue the live stream. And I guess we can continue for probably 20 minutes, but my phone is starting to die. I mean, it's been dying ever since we started the live stream. But being realistic, how big in price do you think Jasmy could go? So there are a ton of predictions, right? The largest prediction that I've seen is actually Jasmy at, what was it? It's like $20 something. Saying that Jasmy coin is going to be, you're going to see the supply decrease, you're going to see the supply locked up, and you're going to see a circulating supply that's a lot lower than where it is today. Meaning that at no charger for your phone, I do, but my microphone is plugged into that charger port, so it's not going to work. I could take the microphone out and then continue, but yeah, I have a charger here and it could connect, but then the microphone wouldn't be able to work. But we'll see how long it lasts. Right now it's 40%. So there's a chance it can last the entire time. There's a chance it might not. But I think it might last maybe like 25 or 30 minutes. So yeah, there's a bunch of predictions out there for Jasmy coin about it being at $20, $30, and so on and so forth, right? I know the more popular one is Jasmy coin to $17 because it was stated in many cases. But I'm looking at simpler levels because where we are now, a $1 price point is a 200x from where we are. 200x. That's crazy. And it's only a 50 or $49 billion market cap. For what Jasmy coin can be, there's many that say that it could be worth $100+ billion market cap in the future. And if that's the case, it could be at a $2 price point plus, depending on, lockups, depending on, staking, decrease the supply, all that stuff, right? Burning, everything. So if that's the case, what did they ask? What? Asking for a purchase agreement. Okay, we'll give them the purchase agreement. She's the one that decided to get Rivian instead of Tesla. I told her, I said, you might as well go with Tesla, because if you go with Tesla, one, you're going to have the Tesla chargers. You're not going to have to use an adapter. And you're going to have everything that you wanted in a car. It's just not shaped right for her. Like the Rivian, what is it? R1S that she got. It has like a boxier look. It looks a lot better. The tires look a lot better. It does. Like, honestly, I really, really like it. But there's a few drawbacks, right, that I would classify as huge drawbacks for me, right? Because I don't really like it. I don't really like the full boxy look. That's not my cup of tea. But also the range isn't as good. I think the full range for her car is like 280 or something. Like on my car, on a car that goes significantly faster, accelerates a lot quicker, basically sport mode every time, it gets 367 miles per charge if I get 100%. Not 100%, I'm around 290 or so. For her, at the 80% charge, which is recommended, it's like 230. And which is not a full deal breaker, but it's a drawback there. Then you also have the charger port. You have to use an adapter for this charger port. The network is not as good. The app is not as good. It has no self-driving associated with it, even though you have to pay for self-driving for Tesla. I don't know. It's just I like the way Rivian looks, but there's a lot of drawbacks for me that wouldn't sit in a good spot. It wouldn't sit well with me, But especially the customer service. It seems like she can't get anything set up. With Tesla, it was set up in less than an hour, everything. And I did it directly on the app. I put the VIN number in and everything was good. For her, she has to contact customer service. They contact her, they email her, and now they're asking for extra stuff to make sure that she purchased that car. And all that without even having the ability to charge at your house. It's crazy. But yeah, I would say, to get back into the Jasmy question, how big can Jasmy go? I would kind of push for the lower levels. The reason why is because everybody that's invested now, you invest $10,000, turning it into potentially $1 million or $2 million. Somewhere within that getting to the 2 million, you probably would have ended up selling, or you probably are going to end up selling, because it's a lot of money, right? A ton of money. So my max price, or my price that I'm looking at for a majority of my Jasmy coin to be gone, is $1.50. Above that, there's a lot of opportunity, and I'll probably have hundreds of thousands, but I definitely won't have 3 million. I'll tell you that. Jasmy coin sounds like a pump and dump coin. It's not. It's a data-driven coin specializing in Internet of Things. We talk about data. Data is insanely strong. It's known as the Bitcoin's, or Japan's Bitcoin. That's how it's known as. Now, I know that there's not a ton of information and communication. Huge partnerships to where it's not a meme coin or dump coin at all. But as an investor, you invest to, one, be able to use the coin, or two, be able to make a lot of money from what they are doing and what they believe in, right? Because during this process, you're technically investing directly into what they want to do, right? You're putting money. Something's bothering me up there. There's a lot of snow and ice that's coming off of this damn truck, and it's kind of pissing me off, because if that ice flies off and it ends up hitting my damn windshield, I'm gonna shoot up their tires. I really want to get past this truck because it's been dropping things. Look, a full sheet of ice. That's crazy. Ain't no way I'm letting this truck drop a full sheet of ice onto a car that was like right behind it. It missed it by, I don't know, maybe like 2 car lengths. It's crazy. But yeah, now I'm steering, because I'm not letting that truck pass me, nor am I letting any other truck pass me. Why there's so many damn trucks on this road? I mean, it is a major highway. So I'm gonna put it in hurry. I don't know what hurry means and how far it's going to go above the speed limit, but I want to make sure those trucks don't freaking pass me. Can we see 0.001 by Lunic this year? I would hope so. I mean, I can see Binance burning Lunic. You can see them. You can see Binance burning like all of Terra Luna Classic. I don't know if that'll be the case. I think Binance is, honestly, they are supporting Terra Luna Classic in the largest way possible. And many people believe that they wouldn't support them. But what they're doing is, in my opinion, and what I've seen, is the fact that they are waiting for the community to give up something just like they are, to believe in the growth of Terra Luna Classic, the potential use of Terra Luna Classic, all of that, so that we sacrifice something, they sacrifice something for what can be recovered. And if that's the case, you can see majority of Terra Luna Classic's supply burn off. I think 1 cent is a no-brainer. I think we will see 1 cent, which would be a $50 billion market cap. But I want to see further than that, right? I don't want to see 1 cent. I want to see them decrease the supply, have the ability to get to $1, recover the algorithm, repeg USDC. I want to see everything that should be, right? And for Terra Luna Classic, if you can find a way to get to a close enough level where reverse split makes sense, I'm game for it now, but I would also be game for it if we decrease that supply to, say, 1 trillion. If we somehow decrease the supply to 1 trillion coins, we could then do a 100 to 1 or 10 to 1 reverse split. And I will be fully fine with that. Because then if you have 1 trillion, and I know many people are not fans of it, but if you have 1 trillion coins and you take away 2 zeros from that, you now have 10 billion coins in circulation. Meaning that if you hit a $10 price point, that's a $100 billion market cap. If you hit a $10 billion market cap, that's a $1 price point. That's what I'm looking for. Are you getting over? Yeah, see? That's what fucking Tesla didn't even realize. I gotta get past these guys. I hate being near 18-wheelers. I absolutely hate. Why? Why would you decide to do that? You see that I'm trying to pass you. You a bitch. That's what you... No, I saw the sign. The sign said, buses and trucks left lane only. So now I have to pass them on the right lane. Road rage. No, I don't get road rage. I usually don't. I never do. Yo, can you get over a little bit? Give me some damn space. Give me a little bit of space. I'll punch it. Give me some space. He's on the line. Literally on the line. You're horrible at your job, man. Oh, you're getting over. Shit. Can I fucking get by you? What are you doing? This is crazy. I was gonna say, it said left lane only. You can't get over. I really don't like 18-wheelers. I'm sorry if you drive one. If you're here and you drive one, I'm sorry if you do. But I just don't like the presence of them. They're very large, and I want to get by them. You know? I consider myself a decent. I'm laughing because I do this highway crash out. Absolutely. That's how I feel. Come on, man. Shaking. Shaking, not stirred. How many minutes do we got? 37 minutes. What's the percentage? 37%. Oh, it only dropped by 3%. That's not bad. Is there anything going crazy in the market right now that I can't view? Stay in your own lane, buddy. Come on, man. There's another 18-wheeler. Like, deliver your stuff on a different road. That's what... XRP is up 20. You're lying. It's up to $1.52. But that doesn't seem like it's 25%. Maybe. Oh, I guess from the low point of $1.20 something. Around this time, wasn't it $1.20 something? That's still not 25%. That's great. Keep it going. You can't get over, man. You have to... Tesla, what are you doing? It was a solid white line. You can't get over. I guess since I have hurry status on, it's probably like, it doesn't matter what the lines say. It doesn't matter what the rules are. I use self-driving pretty much the whole way there and the whole way back. That's crazy. Didn't touch the steering wheel. Well, I touched, you know what? I did. I had to get past these cars. Oh, now you're going to get mad and try and pass me because I passed you. Is that how that goes? You're like, I don't want anybody in front of me. Hey, brother, what's going on with the crypto market? I mean, crypto has been down for, I don't know, 7 days, over a week. Hasn't really looked great. We are seeing that XRP is up and Jasmy coin's up, which is fantastic, but it doesn't mean that they will stay this way. If the market is down, it may end up catching up with the market. If the market is starting to turn around and you're seeing everything that's positive, that's a good sign. But it's not anything that I'm concerned about. It's more or less what's going on with people believing that altcoin season is happening and they're sitting on their hands, not doing anything. It's not any major news that really brought it down. You're holding 10 million Jasmy coin? That's fantastic. What is your exit plan? I'm gonna put my exit plan video. I don't know what happened. My live turned off for a second. Give me a second. I wanted to go and what was I gonna do? I was gonna do something. I can't remember now. Lost my train of thought because I thought I lost the live. Dude, your Tesla driving itself? Yes, it is. I forget what I was gonna do. Shoot. Oh, I think I wanted to try and like post. No, give me a second. Give me 1 second. All right. Yes. All right. Yeah. So I wanted to try and see if the other video was finished because I recorded a video before this that was really talking about the market. Honestly, the market is in a better spot than when I recorded the video. Jesus. I already took the time in making the video, so I'm still gonna post the video, and I'm gonna post another video for my exit plan for Jasmy coin since I have 3 million now instead of 2 million. So things are gonna be a little bit different. Sorry. Well, I was here being weird about waiting to add 250,000 Jasmy to my current position. I was being weird. Like saying you didn't buy 250,000 Jasmy like you were supposed to. BTC worst case scenario 36K and Ethereum 800. I don't think Ethereum will come down to 800 again. If it does, like I need to have more money. I need to have more money if it comes down to 800. And I don't know how. Like I will have more money to throw into Ethereum at $800. Bitcoin, I don't think I'll invest in a Bitcoin, even if it's at 36,000. But if that's the case, a lot of other things are going to come down, and there will be a ton of opportunities elsewhere. Yeah, I sat on my hands waiting for a flash crash. Yeah, I mean, that's the tough part about the negative times in the market. You don't know if it is the bottom. This is why I always tell people, they're like, hey, should I invest now or is it going to decrease more? And I'm like, look, I can't tell you if it is going to decrease more. The patterns that I look at will say yes, will say no, but the market is very speculative. The market is uncontrollable. We don't see it react the same way as the crypto market, or sorry, as the stock market. So you can't look at it and go, this is what I'm predicting, or this is where the prediction lies. What I look at it as is, I'm like, do I believe in it above this price? Will I get a boatload at this price? Yes. So I will buy at that level, no matter if it shows that it can go lower or if it does go lower. It doesn't matter. I believe in it above that price. Jasmy coin at 54% of a penny versus 50% of a penny, literally peanuts. It doesn't make sense for me to wait around. Yes, getting another million would be 5,400, and at 5,000 or at 50% of a penny, it would be 5,000 flat. But I believe in it. If I have the money to buy a million now, I'm going to buy a million, right? I don't need to pinch pennies to save dollars. And I can gain a lot in the end, and I'm going to gain a lot in the end because of that mindset of understanding that I believe in this price above where it is. Yeah, I have a whole Bitcoin as well as my 10 million Jasmy coin. That's phenomenal. I can't wait to see that success. I need to hold 10 years. You're gonna hold 10 million for 10 years? I would say you at least have a short-term exit plan with Jasmy for at least half of it. Not all of it. 5 million could be for a longer period of time, or you can hold 1 million for a longer period of time. I have 2 million that's probably going to be moved around short term, and then 1 million that's going to be for long to ultra long term, and then 100,000, maybe 200,000 that's sitting for forever. Remember, I don't need a crazy amount of money, right? I'm not looking for I'm not saying that I need to gain $100 million from the crypto market. If I was to gain a max of $10 million, I'm fine with that. Perfectly fine with that. Perfectly fine with $3 million. Right? Because what I can do with $3 million and how much I can live off of $3 million is great. I would love to be able to put money into a fund that I can invest money into, shelters around my area every year with the gains that I get from those positions. I don't need to really have a proper exit strategy. Just need to sort one out. Yeah. You don't need to have anything that's like crazy where it's like this much is sold, this much is sold. You need to have certain levels, certain prices that you're like, all right, Jasmy coin at 10 cents. I can take, I don't know, 100,000 of it or something, 200,000, 300,000, whatever it is, and just have that as your initial investment or whatever the profit is. You can take 10% of it, $1 million, and give yourself $100,000. That would be great. And that's profit. Everything else is sitting there. You have 9 million that's left in there. You have your investment, you have your initial investment, you have a decent amount of profit, a boatload of profit, and you still have 9 million Jasmy coin left. So there's definitely the ability to do that. Guys, my voice, I need to cut it here. It's been about an hour and a half. I need to save my voice because I do have two to three games this weekend. And yeah, so I have to be able to coach and all that stuff. So I'm gonna get out of here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll post videos about Jasmy coin. I will I'll post a video about Jasmy coin, maybe one about XRP as well, and then you'll have a video that I produced in the car that will probably go live at like 12 today. So even though the market is at a significantly different part than where it was, but still the message still applies the same way. I'm gonna get out of here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all the likes. Thank you for all the comments and conversations, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.